Hello everybody, this is Clint Locklear with the Farmer's Grove, and I want to just get you to think about a concept a little bit on your own systems when it comes to building soil and looking at what you're doing in the terms of the lean system as far as waste. Now, this little field here is probably half an acre, and it's right behind this fence. We got muscadines that are planted on all these posts, and we're going to be putting trellises up and stuff. But it goes down, it's right up against the woods. On the other side of those trees, probably 60 yards, is the Sequatchie River. This was only planted in, I mean, you can see how green everything is, but this was only planted in oats and wheat. And the vetch, for whatever reason, didn't take off in there. So when I went over and I looked, I could see the ground in between, and it did a great job. There's hardly any grass in there at all. So I was bringing the cover crop crimper over to seed it, which I did. And as I'm seeding it, I'm looking at it and I'm going, you know, maybe I don't need to roll this, because it's falling over on its own and the seeds getting contact all by itself. So I put in sun hemp and sunflowers, cowpeas, Sudan grass, and I'm not sure if I put buckwheat in here or not, but it's got 3 or 4 different species of cover crop in here. And I'm just going to see how it does without rolling this on top of it, because we got some rain coming in. It's got direct soil contact. There's plenty of space for it to come up, and that's all going to fall and be biomass on the ground anyway. So if I can do that on certain places with just the grains, like the oats and the wheat, and not use stuff that's vetch and things like that in certain areas, I could then not have to either scythe it or cover crop it or roll it over with telephone poles. Because if I can do it without that, then me using a cover crop crimper in there would become waste. It's not needed. So if it's not bringing value, it's waste. That's the way the lean system looks at everything that you do. It's a pretty cool concept when you start getting it down. So if you don't have to scythe it or roll it, and you do, you're being wasteful of your energy and time, because it doesn't matter to the customer, which is the soil life. So we're going to see how that works out, because that'd be pretty neat if that works this way. And this is the other bottom part of that field with a cover crop crimper. This has got a lot of vetch. You can see just how flat. I mean, it's beautiful. 4 to 5 inches of biomass on the ground. I mean, you want to make a regenerative farmer happy. That'll do it. But that's what's on this side, and I did roll this because it was, with a vetch, made it where I just had to. So just think about what you're doing. Over here, it would not have been waste to cover crop crimper this. Over here, it might have been waste. So as a farmer, instead of just doing something mindlessly, think about, is what you're doing adding value, or is what you're doing waste?